Today, we're going to be running through my picks for the top all-time mixed 4x100 relay squads. You already know how it goes. All athletes are in their primes and with crisp passes. With the lowest spot, just making the cut for the list are the Italians. First guy on this squad is Chituru Ali, with his PB of 9.96. He is known as somewhat of a big name in European athletics. He is also the second fastest Italian ever. Second only to the other man on this squad, Marcel Jacobs. Marcel is famously known as the Tokyo Olympic 100-meter champion, where he also hit his PB of 9.80. He'll most likely be placed in one of the straights of the race. The two women are Zeynep Dosso, who has represented Italy numerous times internationally in the 4x100 relay with her 100 PB of 11.01. And the other woman being Manuela Leverato, the second fastest Italian woman ever with her PB of 11.14. This squad has a combined PB times of 41.91. Next up are the South Africans. Obvious member of this squad is the fastest South African ever, Akani Simbine, with his 9.82 PB in the 100. The other man on the squad is the young Benjamin Richardson. At just 20 years old, he's already earned the title of the second fastest South African ever, with his PB of 9.86 over 100 meters. First woman on the squad is Karina Horn. She has consistently shown low 11 performances throughout her prime and has a PB of 10.98. And to complete this squad is Tebogo Mamathu. She has a PB of 11.04 and is a prominent figure in the African Championships throughout the early 2010s. The combined PB time for this squad is a 41.7. Next spot is for the Canadians. Very obvious are the slots for the men. These are the two goats of Canadian sprinting. It's Donovan Bailey and Bruni Surin, both tied as the fastest Canadians ever, with their PB of 9.84. They also both have brought Canada numerous gold medals throughout their respective careers. Audrey Leduc is also a part of this squad. Audrey is the biggest name right now in Canadian women's sprinting, having recently just earned the national record of 10.95 during the Paris Olympics. Completing the squad is Angela Isajenko. Angela is the second fastest Canadian ever behind Audrey. Throughout the 80s, she has continuously been an obvious pick for the women's 4x100 squad. 41.6 is the combined PB time for this squad. The Bahamian relay squad is up next. First up is Terrence Jones. This 21-year-old from Texas Tech University holds the NCAA indoor 60-meter record with a time of 6.45 and is tied as the fastest Bahamian ever with the second man in this squad, Derek Atkins, who earned his 9.91 PB at the World Championships in Osaka way back 2007. Third member of this squad is Chandra Stirrup. Chandra's sprinting career has spanned from the late 80s up to the early 2000s. She has given Bahamas numerous gold medals from both the 100 and 4x1 relay throughout that time frame. And lastly, Savathita Fines will complete this squad with her PB of 10.91 in the 100 from Lausanne, 1999, just barely edging the Canadians. This squad has a combined PB times of 41.57. The French squad will take the next spot with a combined time of 41.5. This is made up of Christine Aron's 10.73 PB, Marie-Josie Perec's 10.96, Jimmy Vicao's 9.86, and Christophe Lemaitre's 9.92. This French squad is the most mid, yet still very well-rounded squad, with both women being well under 11 seconds, and both men sub-10 in the 100. The Chinese are up next on the list. First on the squad is the fastest Asian woman in history, Li Shuimei, with a 100 PB of 10.79. The second woman joining her is Liu Xiaomei, the second fastest Chinese woman in history, with her 10.89 PB earned in Shanghai, China. Zheng Yexi will take that third slot on the team. He's the current Asian record holder over 200 meters at 19.88 seconds and has a 100 PB of 9.97. And last, but most definitely not the least, is the fastest Asian ever, Su Bingtian. We all know about his rocket start and that 60-meter record and 100 MPB that he got all in one race at the Tokyo Olympics. All their PB times combined would sum up to 41.48. Next spot will be taken by the Brits. Dina Asher-Smith is the first woman on the team. A very consistent and experienced sprinter, Dina holds the British national record in both the 100 and the 200 with times of 10.83 and 21.88. Daryl Nita is the second woman, representing the Brits internationally many times, and has been a consistent member of the women's 4x1 squad for years. Jarnell Hughes will take that third spot on the squad. Hughes is the national record holder for both the men's 100 and 200 meter dash, with his 100 PB being 9.83. Completing the squad is a British sprinting legend in Linford Christie. With a PB of 9.87 and countless international medals brought home, Linford Christie has definitely left his mark in British athletics. Altogether, this squad has a combined time of 41.43. Ivory Coast is an unexpected pick, but they are next up. Arthur Cisse gets the first spot on the squad. Arthur is their national record holder in the 60, the 100, 150, and 200, and is still actively competing. Second man on the squad is Ben Youssef Maita. Ben Youssef is the second fastest Ivorian with his 9.96, and is known as a stiff competitor in African championships. What really solidifies this team are the women. Marie-Josée Talou is a part of this squad with her 10.72 PB, and completing this squad is Muriel Ahouré with her 10.78. Both women well under the 11-second mark. Combined time sums up to 41.39. Nigeria takes the fourth best time. 41.38 is their combined PB times. Blessing Okagbare takes the first spot. Okagbare is mainly a long jumper, but is often called to be a part of the Nigerian relay teams for her natural sprinting talent. Her 100 PB is 10.79. First man on the team will be Olusoji Fasuba, the fastest Nigerian in history, with his 9.85 PB that he got in Doha, Qatar, May of 2006. Second woman on the team would be Rosemary Chukwuma. At the young age of just 22, she's already brought her country lots of glory, winning multiple gold medals in the African Youth Games, Youth Olympic Games, African Under-20 Championships, and the African Games. And to complete the squad is the second man, Divine Oduduru, who's a 5-time African junior champion and a 2-time Nigerian national champion. Now we're down to the third fastest time. This is also a surprising pick. It's Trinidad and Tobago. This team is composed of Michelle Lee Aye with a 10.82 PB, Kellyanne Baptiste with her 10.84 PB, Atto Bolden with a 9.86, and Richard Thompson with his 9.82. Just like the Frenchman, this squad doesn't have an extraordinarily fast individual in terms of world athletic standards, but they are very well balanced, which still leads them to have a very strong combined time of 41.34. Off a pretty unexpected pick, number 2 will be very obvious. It's the Americans. Tyson Gay, second fastest man in history with a 9.69. Justin Gatlin, second fastest American in history with a 9.74. Flojo, fastest woman ever with a 10.49. And finally, Carmelita Jeter, who held the title of fastest woman alive for a pretty long stretch of time with her 10.64 PB. Altogether, this monster squad has a combined PB time of 40.56. If second was obvious, then number 1 is a given. The Jamaicans. They have the fastest man ever in Usain Bolt, the fastest woman alive in Elaine Thompson-Herah, the second fastest woman alive in Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, and sharing the second fastest man in history title with Tyson Gay, Johan Blake. Combined time is a 40.41.